The corruption. Is that a problem in general? I mean, for enterprises.
Yeah, I think that thing is still rampant. It's still high. It's still high because, well, I cannot talk much about this, but honestly, you cannot get anything without using an extra cost, which is not official, which is not receipted. You see?
Is this something that every businessman has to be aware of working in Tanzania?
Indeed, that's what it is.
How do you think how do you think things can get better? What should be done?
This corruption came out right from the government. If the government could be serious about this, because those who are in the offices are the government, they are the public employees. If the government could take care of this, if the government could wage strong war against this, then that's going to be eliminated.
But they don't.
Well, they are trying. The high offices are trying very hard, but these small, people in the operational departments, they are still very, they cannot live with. You see, once there is a loophole, they use it. But this, even yourself will know.
I lived in Mozambique. I know very
well. Okay. I don't know about Mozambique, but in East Africa, that's the rule of the day.
Corruption is there everywhere in the world, but mostly Africa is demonized to be highly corrupt country, which is not true. It depends country to country of conditions that exist there. The corruption is all over the world in different facets, and sometimes many challenges are associated with corruption. Sometimes it's not corruption. It's not all the time. So it's a kind of stereotype to talk about corruption. We have corruption in many countries, even in Africa, but not that much is the only reason that there are problems in Africa. And all the time, the stereotype will say that all problem in Africa is because of corruption. I find it absurd.
And one of the issues that we see, it can contain, for example, when you are importing goods, of course, some traders have a part to play, I must say. Some of them, they may under-declare quantities. They may also under-invoice in order to pay little, So that is a problem, and that makes the authorities worry about, they have to verify and re-verify, sometimes to revalue the goods, and that causes delays. So corruption is there, but when for example, we automate by using, these systems of customs clearance, where you load your documents and very minimum verification, so that at the end of it doesn't take as long as it takes. Because now the average is between 8 and 14 days to clear goods in Dar es Salaam port, whereas the other countries are doing it for much, much less. For example, I think in Rwanda it is less than 7 days. So if this period can be shortened, and it can be shortened by ensuring that people lodge their documents in time, and there is an automated system to verify and calculate what they are supposed to pay. Payment is made, and then the goods are released. And I don't see why it can't take less than 4 or 5 days to have goods out of port of Dar es Salaam, and then it be transported along, if they are by road or by train. The train and the rail, that is another issue in terms of infrastructure. But to ensure that human intervention, which encourages talks and all this is minimized.
It was shame to be corrupted. It was shame to be bribed. But these guys nowadays, one good thing out of the college, it is the rule of the day that without a tip, then things are not going. You call it in Europe, I don't know, without lobbying, something like that. But corruption is almost everywhere. Even in these big meetings, international meetings, some big governments are lobbying, There is no difference between lobbying and corruption. There's also like a corrupt way of making your ends meet.